Alright, this is to show off the capabilities of the auxiliary power to the emergency battery build. I am using a tactical Vesta, although this build will work on any ship that has a lieutenant commander or better engineering station. You can put all the abilities that you need on one bridge officer. I am using emergency power to the auxiliary 1, auxiliary power to the emergency battery 1, and auxiliary power to the emergency battery 2. My other bridge officers have tactical team for the shield redistribution, beam array fire at will for my weapons, attack pattern beta. I'm using engineering team 1 and reverse shield polarity on my other engineer. And since this is a Vesta, I've got a lot of science abilities to choose from. Transfer shield strength, hazard emitters to help my team, energy siphon, which you'll see me using a little bit later, and gravity well, which I will not use at all in this video, but it's very useful in Borg STFs for CCing the spheres that want to repair things, or, you know, all the other annoyances that you come across in your daily life as a Starfleet captain. Status. I am using very rare Mark 11 plasma beam arrays. They're all the same. I crafted them on my other character. In time, and once I hit Tier 4 Romulan reputation, these will be replaced with Romulan plasma beam arrays. And once I hit Tier 5 Romulan reputation, I will grab an experimental plasma beam array, which will decrease the amount of energy drain on my weapons power when I am firing all my weapons. I am using the Mark 10 Borg set because I do not yet have the Mako shield, although to be honest, the regeneration of the Borg shield on this ship is very nice. You're not seeing it right now, but once I'm in combat, you'll see I have about 10,000 shields and can hit 1,400 shield regeneration while I've got my abilities running. I'm also using the kinetic cutting beam in the back, and let's see, I've got some damage reduction auxiliary batteries you'll see me use. I use these to boost the rate at which auxiliary power flows back into auxiliary power after it's coming from the emergency battery. I'm using 0-point energy console for the critical rate. I've got a field generator to increase my shields, assimilated module again for the critical chance, and a threat diminishing array which also adds plasma proc, or boosts plasma proc I should say. The two consoles that came with the Vesta, I am not using the one that gives you the invulnerability field, because I had to make room for these. Plasma boost damage, and last of all, very rare Scorpion fighters. Again, once I hit Tier 5 Romulan rep, those are going to be ultra rares. Okay, you've seen my stations, you've seen my skills, you've seen my build. Now let's see what it all adds together to do. I'm just running a quick Foundry mission. Beam up to engage the Legion. Oh, it's loading fast this time. Oh, take that back. Server not responding. Okay, let's turn sideways to bring all my plasma beams to bear. Get those Scorpions in the air. Alright, so basically what you do is you juggle these two abilities back and forth. They reduce the cooldown thanks to your duty officers, which are the most expensive part of this build, I should say. I am running 3 purple technicians, which is the max. Each technician reduces bridge officer power recharges by 10% every time I use auxiliary to the emergency battery. Now the joy of this build is that also reduces the power, or the recharge, of the other auxiliary power. So when I click this, reduces the recharge on that. When I click this, reduces the recharge there. Now those technicians are currently running about 7 million on the exchange. You can get blues for 2 million, and that'll give you 24% reduction instead of the 30. So let's launch my second wave of Scorpion fighters, drop my phaser turret, and get going. If you watch my power, I'm going to open fire, power drain, power drain, power drain. I'll go ahead and pop fire at will, beta, tac team, and drop my auxiliary into the emergency battery. Yep, got a fire. You can see I'm getting weapon drain, but even with my max weapon drain, I'm sitting higher than my weapon power was earlier. Dropping these, launch Scorpion fighters, drain energy as soon as I have a target. Drain energy. Alright, ready to go? Here we go! So my power levels are 101, 96. I've got 120 shield regen, or shield power, 120 engine power. Gonna cycle that, drop an emergency battery in there. I've got full aux power. Aux to battery 2. 107, 112, 118, 125. And it drops to 82 when I fire all my beams. Okay, that's dropping again. This next go around, I'm going to show you the shield regeneration rates. Holographic fleet, go! Okay, emergency power, or auxiliary power is full, so let's dump it into the battery again. I'm going to use aux to battery 2 so I get the maximum effect. Now let's take a look at my defense here. 1023, 1208, 10,000 shields. Boost my boost auxiliary power to the emergency battery. We're back to 1200 shield regeneration. Kaboom, kaboom, 1600 point critical. Okay, let's drop it in. You'll see that I go from 200 damage per shot to there's 2500, 900, 600. And that's all the enemies. I have run out of enemies. Power levels drain back. Shut up, you. So, again, defense from 481. We will do aux, full there. 1304 shield regeneration. And as the power fades, that'll drop back again. And there you have it. Aux to bat build. Fairly standard. Very, very focused. As a fleet mate of mine said, I'm just going to stop.